I get no Rabois, zegt, is met Reb Shmuel. Hij gaat me interviewen. Schrijft dat Bichel. Schrijft dat Bichel. Of Reb Shayala. En hij gaat me interviewen. Of hij is nog eens zo gaan zoeken. Kon je hem recorden, zoals aan op camera. Kon je hem zo aan recorden. Helemaal geen Reb Shmuel.
Beide auf Englisch oder auf Jiddisch, was du willst.
Whatever's comfortable for you.
Okay.
I'll eventually go back to Yiddish anyway, so might as well start with English.
Can you tell me how old you are?
I turned 40 in March, end of March. Ben Arbum Lebena.
So now you can Zahar.
Ben Arbum Lebena means now you have the wisdom.
The wisdom. And where do you live?
I currently live in Lakewood, New Jersey.
And where did you go back?
Williamsburg, Brooklyn.
And do you belong to a specific Hasidus?
I grew up in from Shiva Katana until I got married. I was in Bells.
Okay.
My family is Bells, but in Williamsburg there was no Bells Achaida, so I went to Klosenberger Square.
Oh, okay. And is this your first time in Kerestir?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And are you here by yourself or with other people?
I'm here by myself.
And why did you come to Kerestir?
Because I make a special salmon. It's called Shavita. Shavita is the name of a good fish in the time of the Gemara. So I gave my fish a name. It's a unique way how I prepare it, how I smoke it, spices. So that's why I came. I came for Panusa.
Oh.
Yeah, somebody hired me to come in and make the Shavita for Shabbos.
Wow.
And enhance the environment around there. So I came and I decided to come in a mode of entertaining. But then at the same time, my father was born in Budapest in 1944. His father got killed in the Holocaust. My mother was born after the war in 48. In 47 or 48. And no, in 46. She was born in 46. And she lived in Hungary, in this area, until she was 10. She lived in Niditaz. Niditaz.
Okay.
And I spoke to her before I left. And she told me that her father was Reb Naftula Tzvei Lowy. Schmelke Berger. Schmilly Berger? Oh, sorry. Oh my. Wow. En ik ben niet geweest zeggen, 100%. But
Gibt's darauf Geschmacke warme Essen für alle Jiden. Le Soiva de Neune Rusoi.
macht dat een mic drop had ik gemaakt. Anyway, so for me, I realized Kerestir wasn't on my radar. However, there's no coincidence in this world. And I came for Panusa, but Hashem could have given me Panusa any other place. So I'm lukewarm. I'm lukewarm to Kerestir. I'm not a big believer in these things. And I mean, I have one place where I really felt like I felt the out-of-body experience. That was in Berdichev, Berdichev. So, but I'm coming with an open mind that since I am coming to Reb Shayala, let me at least come to Reb Shayala. My father would say, "Schatten kann zeggen nicht. It's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt." The stories that they tell on Reb Shayala are very, very mesmerizing, and you could see his midah was he saw the world from the poor person's point of view. Motzei Shabbos, when he made Malav Malka, he didn't sit over noon and let the Gabum feed the needy. He himself went around between the tables, made sure everybody ate. And Tehillim, there's Tefillah LaMoshe. Moshe Rabbeinu. Okay? Then there's Tefillah LaDavid, David HaMelech, king. And then there's Tefillah LaUni, Chiyatov. Uni is not only a poor person, Uni is a broken person also. He's not, he feels seclapped. Why? Because he's not matzliach, he can't support himself. How good can he feel about himself? So today's days there is no Tefillah LaMoshe, there is no Tefillah LaDavid, there's a Tefillah LaUni. And this was the most important thing to him. Is the way the Uni, the downtrodden. I read a story, and I've heard it on another person, but I read a story of Shayala. There was a Yid, came to him. I'm going to put on my earpiece because if I put on my earpiece, at least myself, they're going to hear well. Verstehst?
Sure.
There was a Yid that came to the Shayala and asked him for a brucha for Ashiras. He wanted to be rich. Guy. And the Shayala blessed him. And he became rich. A year passed, or 2 years passed, and he came to Kerestir again. He goes into the Shayala. Shayala asks him, how's it going? He says, amazing, I made millions of dollars. Baruch Hashem, I'm giving out a lot of tzedukah, but I found a lot of new cousins, a lot of new family members. And he was like, listen, if it's hard for you, I can give it to someone else. If I was at the Geld, it's a time. If it's hard for you to be the distributor, I'll find another distributor. I have a close friend, his name is David. Special person. Privileged to be his friend. That's not how he sees it, but that's how I see it. He asked me, Moshe, go to the Shayala and tell him, I want to be the first Belzer billionaire. So I told him, David, I'm humbled by your message. I don't see a better distributor than you. I tell him, if he's looking for a distributor, I got one for him. Well, make sure you're ready. So that's what I plan on taking home. I gave a name to my Nasiya, to my trip. Masa Kodesh, the holy trip of, it's called Bisav Loisa. Moshe Rabbeinu went to Egypt, and it says Bisav Loisa, we saw the stress that they were under. And since I talk to a lot of people these days, and you see the stress that people are under, and every person's in a different state. A boy wants a shidduch, a father wants to see nachas, a young man needs parnosa, a mother needs archuvas adas. There's so many needs. The needs of Klal Yisrael are endless. I want to take something home.
Hello.
So before I left, I opened my middle compartment, and I saw that I had 3 receipts from Erev Pesach. I did a Stramo ad for Krooskramer. So I went to pick up the Stramo like a week before Pesach in Williamsburg. And so I went into the Krule Rebbe on Wallabad. I call him the Oiv Yisroel, the lover of Klal Yisrael. To tell him get the Yom. Anyway, I go into him. So I get to Wallabout. I waited for him in the lobby at the Besmedrish for him to finish Marav, and then I went up to his room. In the meantime, somebody came over to me. He manages an organization, Caden Almunas Yisornim. He takes care about like 900 widows and orphans. Comes over to me. Where was I?
The gentleman who collects funds for the assignment.
Yeah. She comes over to me and he asked me for a donation. So I told him that I don't have money to give you. Whatever that Rebbeinu Shalom gives me, I give it that, but money is not one of the things he gave me. So he asked me, maybe you want to do a delivery in Bar Park. So I said to him, I'm traveling to Lakewood. So he said, take 2 deliveries. And for me, one of my mitzvahs that I really care about is Yisoimim and Almunas. Why? Because it says a couple of times in the Torah. Yeah? A couple of times, not twice. A couple of times. You shouldn't you shouldn't use some in Almuna. Why? Because if they cry, I will listen, because they have nobody else that listens to them. And we know that Midatova, when Hashem gives reward, it's much, much more than the punishment. So if it says so many times, beware and be careful with these people, Allah has come over kamo, where you make them happy and you put a smile on their face, how big the schar is. So I thought to myself, Moshe, you really like that mitzvah? Really? So I said, okay, I'll take the 2 deliveries. So it became 3 deliveries. I didn't think twice about it. Yeah, I'm going to take it, yeah. Not big oil. I drive a Ford F-350, a big truck, the 9-foot bed. I go to the warehouse and took 4 boys to load my truck with potatoes, eggs, oranges, lemons, grape juice, wine. Finally I fill it up and I'm like, I took 4 boys to load this. I was unloading. Like, as I'm on the BQE traveling to Barapan, call my nephew. I asked him, Tuli, what are you doing? So I said, he's playing arcades. So I said, never mind. Put the phone down. And I said to myself, Moshe, listen, you made your phone call for help, right? He's not available. So that means you either don't need help, or if you do need, you'll find where you get there. So I got to the first address. There was a lady on the 3rd floor of a walk-up building waving to me. I'm like, no way. Seriously, I'm going to schlep up like eggs and potatoes, 3 flights of stairs. Really, did I sign up for that? I started sweating before I even opened the door. I found a bucher. Long story short, the building actually had an elevator from the outside. I had to put in the boxes in the elevator. That's about it. Sure, fine. 1 down. I go to the next one. It's 1 flight up. It's like 4 stairs on the outside and a flight up inside. You take it to the back of the house, and for some reason it's 85 degrees in this apartment. Sweating buckets. I'm jerking from my bed. I never had. By the way, this whole bed is a newish thing. Anyway, I come to the 3rd one. Before I go to the 3rd one, I realized she needed a box of eggs and a box of wine. I only had a box of eggs and a box of grape juice. So I wasn't going to wake up a woman just for a box of eggs, because she's going to need another delivery anyway. So I just took the box of eggs and the grape juice to Lakewood. And I told the guy that we need to resend that last one. Those receipts were inside in my compartment. I put it in my siddur. I'm bringing it along. Also, I brought along a Mishnayos, Sechtes Paya. I started it in New York. I'm up to the 3rd Paydik. I want to come with something to the Shayala. I want to come to something with the Shayala. I also have a very warm heart, compassionate person to others. I also always try to put myself I try to put them in my shoes. And my request is to be able to continue doing it. Hashem should continue using me to distribute good times to people, put smiles on people's faces. He should continue using me. And I would like to get a handle on things, you know what I mean? I'm 40 after all. It's time to move on a little bit, but hey, who might say anything? So now I'm here, and I have part of me is going to distribute smiles and good times for people, and part of me is here in the neighborhood where my parents, especially my mother, grew up. My grandfather brought the Eid Chalas to the Shayala. My mother's father, the grandfather that I'm named after, Wolf B, is like a couple of miles from here. So I come from this area. I'm not a stranger here. But I didn't warm up yet. I'm preparing, I'm open. There's I'm ordered to get Rashi. The first Navi of Yirmiyah was Koyum Hashem. God said, Zucharti lo chesed ne'rayich. I remember the young love that I had when you became a nation, when you followed me into the desert. Not only a desert that has no food, no animals, it's bare, any life. You followed me into that desert. Rashi says that if a Yid only uses the word turns, meaning to say you don't have to say anything, you just turn in his direction. You say, Ribono Shel Olam, I don't know anything. If you're here, show me. Rashi says that Ribono Shel Olam has a tava. Tava is a strong desire. Desire doesn't necessarily have to do with logic. Sometimes we do desires that are anti-logic. You're always going to pay a price for this. But the steak looks good. Yeah? That's the type of desire that Ribono Shel Olam has for Klal Yisrael. Why? Because we went after Moshe Nahal into a desert. And this is what we say to Shoshuna, and this is what we say in Kippur. So I don't remember where I got here or what I wanted to bring out.
Strong desire for Klal Yisrael.
Yeah. That the Ribono Shel Olam has a desire. As soon as a Yid turns to him and says, Tata, I don't know nothing, but I'm open. If you're here, come. I'm here the same way. I'm here at Shayala. I'm here. I'm open.
I suspect, based on the answers, that there's some people who use, Reb Shayala's Kamaya or other, there's the Kamaya that's associated with Reb Shayala. Do you use that, or is that part of your life, or is that not something that's?
No, I don't do these things. Bei mir, zweite Yid, Mechazik sein, Ofheit, my zweite Yid. It's the hechste zaak for some Mensch kennt hier. The hechste zaak for some Mensch kennt hier. If you want a Kamaya, tell your friend I love you. Tell your friend like you can do it. You'll succeed. I wish you the best. I'm happy for your success. It's the biggest thing you can do. I don't need no Kamaya. You want a Kamaya? Do that, and you'll have a Kamaya.
Yeah. And I guess one of the major last questions is, why do you think Reb Shayala has become so popular in the last 10 to 15 years? And I've heard very different answers why people think this.
So in my life, I stopped asking the question why. I asked, first I need to understand what is. Why it became is not so relevant to me as the present it is. I believe nothing is coincidence and everything is a shkocha and everything is a plan. And if you see the Rebbeinu Shalom is putting here a lot of people, then there's obviously something going on. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And Reb Shayala was known for chesed above anything else, for another yid above anything else. And Hillel HaZukun said to the guy who came to him, I want to learn Torah on Reg Lachas. He said, Allah Sana, what you don't like for yourself, don't do for your friend. This week in the Parasha, we learned the mitzvah of a haftal rachel k'moichem. What does that mean? The Allah Sana, that's basic. What you don't like for you, don't do for others. And when you ever come to a crossroads in life, you can always ask yourself, what would I have liked for somebody to do to me? So, and I took it to another level. I said, not only don't do what you don't like for what you don't like done for you, don't do for others. And what you like when people do for you, do that thing, do for others. So, I'm an emotional person. I'm a passionate person. I love when people give me compliments. I love people give me like, Mushi, you're amazing. I love your content. I love a pat in the back. I like it. So I do it for others. Turns out people like it. People don't hate what I like, as the saying goes. Yosef fand for sich lieb. And I ask Hashem to continue using me. Why? Because the same thing, like you said, why did it become? Why is not so important to me? Moshe, why did you become so popular? Why is your content the hardest content by Yiddish-speaking community? I don't care why. I can give you 10 reasons why. But it really doesn't matter. The Metzias is stronger than any explanation. And all we have to deal with is with Metzias. And this is my motto in life. I don't care how you got here. Really don't care how you got here. You went through some shit, you went through some hard times, yippity-doo, everybody does. Okay? What do you want to do about it now? Yeah. That's a gateway to a whole new topic. We can pick it up tomorrow.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Shmuel, yeah.
That was so cool. Thank you.